Y'all, this full moon, crazy. God damn. Y'all know my story, man. Y'all know my story. For those who don't know my story, I was locked up. You understand what I'm saying, man? Locked up at a young age. I was locked up at 19. I ain't even have hair on my face. That's why I'm combing my beard now. They locked me up in the system, sentenced me to 4 years before I had hair on my face. I was locked up for something I didn't even realize that was a crime. Like I wasn't even, my mental lobes wasn't even developed yet. Long story short, prefrontal cortex, whatever you call it, I wasn't fully developed as a functioning adult, because if I was, I would have never committed the damn crime. Like I wouldn't do the things that I would do now if I was 19 years old. However, I got punished like a full-grown man, and that's just the reality. I ain't making no excuse for it, but it was something that happened. And it might have been the best thing that happened for me ultimately, because I got out. So, and I put out a book about chakras. Now, what we're going to talk about is judgment. But I'm not talking about judgment right now. I'm just setting the table. And then once we set the table, we can all feast. I'm trying to grow my beard the right way. I'm not going to get one of them damn combs that y'all, them hot combs and shit like that. No. Put in the goddamn elbow grease, you feel me? Get that. Shout out to Rooted by Niger too. Best beard oil in the country. I digress. Shit, best beard oil on the planet. What am I? Why am I lying? Best beard oil ever. Rooted by Niger. Got my shit looking like I got an S curl in my shit, boy. I am not lying. Rooted by Niger. Instagram. You can't find the website. So yeah. 2018, I put out a song called Yum Yum Sauce. Me and my wife, this is no cap, we did a mound tour that summer. I put out the song Yum Yum Sauce in February of 2018. Me and my wife did a mound tour. We did the fucking mound tour. We went from Marietta to St. Louis. But instead of going like 70 east, we did the Ohio River. Now, there is no specific highway for the Ohio River, so you got to actually chart it out. So we charted out our route. Because if we didn't chart our route out, we wouldn't have been able. But we hit every mound that we could hit, that we could find from Marietta, the Ohio River, which is the southern formation of Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia. So we would go from West Virginia, look at a mound, go to Ohio, and like cross back and forth over the river, hitting mounds. And we ended it in Cahokia. We got a hotel room. My wife, if she's here, she'll bear witness to the story. YouTube, this nigga got a song called Yummy, fam. And that's not, that anybody can name a song anything. But my song got a crazy ass bass line, dog. Like the bass line really make my song. And the reason why I know, like, I don't play the keys. Like, I'm not a musician. But I literally tracked that and played that bass line out. I sampled that whole beat, but the bass line to my beat, I played that shit, right? If you listen to Justin Bieber's song, it's pitched up and switched to a different key. My musicians know what I'm talking about. It's switched and pitched up, but it's the same fucking bass line, same fucking title. And his video is at a Chinese restaurant. His song is called Yummy. My song is called Yum Yum Sauce. My song is specifically about taking a young lady to a Chinese restaurant and then tossing her salad with yum yum sauce. But I digress. I digress. And people say, "Oh, you should have sued him." Nigga, I tried. What you talk about? I know. I know. I'm still in the process. It's just not. It's not as easy as, "Oh, you should sue him." I know. So call it a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences, but if you want to call it a coincidence, it's a fucking coincidence. Now, fast forward to this weekend, this full moon. We've been ritualistic this weekend, but we ain't do nothing specific ritualistically that was great. But I digress. I was talking to my friend Kasha. No, first my wife texted me. Like, did you see that Lil Nas X video? I said, oh Lord. Not again. Dun, dun, dun. Not again. I look at that shit, man. I'd like to die. Cause I could say that they trolling me, but I'm gonna be a little bit careful. They didn't troll me, and they didn't troll me. Like, I went to jail, right? And I wrote a chakra book, but that's about where it stops. You know what I'm saying? That's about where it stops. I digress. No, I'm just bullshitting though. But I wasn't tripping. Like, I don't know. I felt like I was supposed to trip, but I just wasn't tripping. I was just watching that shit. And that was some crazy shit. Like, it was a crazy little song to listen to. And I'm just like, crazy little video to watch. I'm like, these niggas want to dance in the shower, bro. Just let these niggas dance in the shower. Like, I don't give a fuck. If he want, like, I don't care. If you want niggas twerking on them, I guess it's balance at this point. It's been enough naked women. Maybe it's balance. I mean, at the end of the day, it has nothing to do with my sexual gender, and I don't never really give a fuck what people doing outside my bedroom. So, gay schmay. So when a nigga breaks it down, I don't know who broke the video down. All I'm gonna say is if they start breaking Lil Nas X down, is that Lil Nas X is bringing out their gayness. Yes, I said it. Because this is such thing as gay porn. There's all types of gay stuff out here in the world. If you got to break down Lil Nas X, then break it all down. I need you to break down some gay porn too while we at it. Show me why that's destroying my youth too. I'm just saying, which way are we going to take it here? Are we connected to source and creating our lives? Are we disconnected to source and observing other people who are either connected to source or disconnected to source? If a boy or a girl got a problem with Lil Nas X, they as good as the flower. They the flower team, fam. Be like, hey girl, I love that little Nas X video you did, girl. Nigga, like, what you mean? I exposed him for the conspiracy of ruining black children. He shouldn't be able to do that. Oh. For real? That's why you mad? That's why you mad? That's why you mad? I don't like that. Hey man, there's hella gay shit out here in the world. Are we gonna spend our whole days being mad at the world being gay? Like, what are we mad about? Honestly. Can you pinpoint what you're mad about? I'll do you one better. Let's go through this law of attraction in reference to judgment. I think that this happened for a reason. I think that this happened for a reason. So you could, like, and I think that, man, this is just the beginning of how people, like, how you feel about your energy is what you're going to vibrate to. Dog, you don't care. Don't tell me that you care. Because your channel should be dedicated to decoding homosexual activity on the internet, then, fam. Let's do it. Let's decode all of the homosexual activity. Think how crazy that is. Now think about how crazy it is to decode one thing. One thing. I'ma decode one thing about homosexuality, not the whole thing. Nah, son. Nah. You got a problem with yourself. And you calling it righteousness. You got a problem with yourself and you're calling it consciousness. I'm not talking to nobody in particular because hopefully y'all didn't. I'm going to cut this part out and do my Lil Nas exposed. Because Lil Nas X could never be exposed. This Venus is conjunct, I'm not saying specifically, but Venus conjunct Mars as a transit. If he could be judged, that means he's already made peace with himself. Even deeper, you don't even know if that's a real person, but I digress. Self-judgment and judgment of others is an emotional and vital energy blockage for you. For you. I'm gonna say it again because people only hear what they want to hear when they want to hear it. So it begs to be said again. Self-judgment, meaning the judgment of yourself and the judgment of others, creates emotional and vital energy blockages, not for the person that you hate, not for the person that you judge, but let's say it with me, guys, for you. For you, son. And oh God, do not get with a whole bunch of people and then they start talking about the bad guy or the bad girl. It's about you, son. You feel me? When the emotional and vital energy is blocked. So what is emotional energy? It is the perpetual, constant, daily, positive vibration of source energy for which you have access to at all times, however you choose to be disconnected based upon what Lil Nas X ass is doing. Make it make sense. You mean to tell me you spent how long creating this presentation? That's a lot of focus on gay energy, fam. I'm just saying. And trust me, people just generally know I just love I don't even have to say no corny ass shit in reference to, oh, I like gay people. What the fuck? What do you mean? Hey, that's stupid shit. Cause what a person do is always what a person do. And we've been manipulated. We've been mind controlled. I'll do you one better. Niggas will break down Lil Nas X, but will not break down Pooh Shiesty, will not break down Big Scar, will not break down Fulio, will not break down Youngin Ace, will not break down 6ix9ine, will not break down Lil Durk, will not break down Lil Baby, will not break down Moneybagg Yo, will not break down goddamn Chief Keef, will not break down King Von, will not break down G Herbo, will not break down goddamn shit. ESTG, will not break down Jack Harlow, will not break down all of these young men that speak destruction on our community perpetually and supported by dominant media, mass media perpetually. Meaning that if I was to change my content and talk about killing black people, guess what would happen to my channel? It'll go to the fucking roof. It'll go to the sky. because I'm specific about healing black people, that means that you specifically being shadow banned. Make that make sense. But I digress. In reference to niggas don't want to talk about the community. Because before we start talking about Lil Nas X, we got to talk about all of the gangster rappers. We got to break down all of the gangster rappers. We got to break them all down and tell and make sure that shit stop. And then if all that we got as a fucking voice of hip hop music is Lil Nas X, guess what the young black man is going to decide to do? They're just not going to fuck with hip hop as a whole, and they might go into fucking astrophysics or something, or ancient cosmological architecture and things of that nature, and rebuild pyramids and such if they didn't have that fucking distraction of that music. But since our leaders and our scholars and the niggas who decode and shit, they not gonna touch the gangster shit, because they still absorbing the gangster shit and the gangster ideology, and I'll do you one better. I'm probably the only conscious nigga that's going to turn down your pussy. No, I don't want that. I'm good on that. Meaning that these conscious niggas might not even be in it for the right reasons. They might be in it. I'm going to just leave that right where that's at.